Hello everyone, welcome to 1.2 Part 5C. I'm going to be teaching about the Revolve tool. I really like this tool. So it's a new feature to get some of the same things we had done before, but we'll talk about why it's necessary and just understanding the concept. So on the left side, these are all the shapes I'm going to make, and then I'm going to do the work over here so you could follow along. Hopefully you do a well job following this. Alright, I want to make a cylinder. So a new way to make a cylinder different than we used to. What I'd like us to do is choose the front face. And it's 2 inches tall and the diameter is 1 inch. Therefore the radius is only a ½ inch. So what I want us to do is make something that's 2 inches by a ½ inch. And it should be totally black. So you're going to press Finish Sketch. So your first thought might be, how do I make a cylinder out of this? Because we used to do a circle and extrude. Well, we're going to use this Revolve tool. So the first thing is which profile we're going to have, and it's already selected. Then you go to which axis, and you're going to choose the left edge. Make sure it's rotated, revolved 360 degrees, and there we have it. A nice cylinder. I'm going to change these appearances. So keep giving it different colors. Now it's blue. Take a screenshot and upload it. And let's move on to the next one. This is a piece of cake, so I'm going to save this. Make sure you're in the edits, offsets, and extrusions. So I'm just going to save this as, how about one cylinder revolve. And it's going to be a little bit of a longer video, so let's be patient. Alright, let's start a new design. I could close the cylinder. This is a piece of cake with a hole cut out of it. So new sketch from here. So I'm going to make another rectangle. This says that it's 1.5 inches tall and my radius is 2.5. So last time I was given my diameter, so I had to cut it in half. This time I'm given the radius, so it's good. So finish sketch. We're going to revolve. Again, it's already selected for my profile. My axis, I'm going to choose there. Now this doesn't have a piece cut out of it, but I can see it's a 50-degree gap. So a circle is 360 degrees, minus 50 is 310, and there we go. And I'll paint this white, take a screenshot, Windows Shift S, and let's save this as 2 cake. Revolve. Alright, that's the basic idea of the Revolve tool so far. The next one, I have to make a hollow cup. So I'm going to make a new design. I'm going to close this. And this is a lot trickier. So what I'm going to make is this L shape right here. So create a line. I'm going to go to the right, up, left, down, left, back to the origin. Let's go back to sketch dimensions. The height is 2 inches. My diameter is 2 inches, therefore my radius is 1 inch. Oh. There we go. That might not happen to you, but it happened to me. Okay, these are 0.3 or 0.30 away from each other, which means what I need to have, create sketch dimension. This height is actually going to be half that, or that width, because when I revolve it, it's going to be 0.15 on this side and 0.15 on that side. That's the whole gap. And the same thing is going to be true down here. 0.15. And the last thing, I have these fillets that have a radius of 2 inches. It also says note the thickness of each wall is 0.15. So I'm going to go to fillet, click on the left side and the bottom side, and it is 0.2 already, so press enter. And go back to fillet, the 2 interior edges, and it's got this nice shape. Press finish sketch, revolve, and the edge we're going to choose is this one right here. Make sure it's 360 degrees, and you've got this nice cool looking cup with a rounded bottom. Much easier than the alternative ways of doing this. Change my appearance. And paste. And this is number 3, cup revolve. Fourth one is a cone, so I'll make a new design. Again, I'm going to choose the front edge, and this time to make a cone, it's actually just a triangle that's spun around. So my height is 4 inches, so this is the height. My diameter is 4 inches, and hopefully we've understood at this point that if the diameter is 4 inches, then my radius is only 2 inches because I have to spin it around. I'm going to revolve around this axis, and there it is. Appearance. There we go. Windows Shift S. And I'm going to save this as 4 cone revolve. Alright, next up is a sphere. So a sphere you can make on any axis, it doesn't really matter. I'll just stay consistent. So what we're going to do is create a circle, and it says the diameter of this is 1 inch. Then I'm going to draw a line right through the diameter, and I'm going to use the scissors to cut this. So why is this still blue and not solid? It's because I can actually drag it. So I want you to drag it off a little bit. And we actually have a really neat constraint option called coincident. I want you to click on this, and we have this edge, make sure that's highlighted blue, and then choose the origin. And that will make it so that you can't drag it anymore. So now I'm locked in place, nothing is moving. Alright, finish sketch. If I revolve a half circle around the diameter, then I get a sphere. So change that appearance. Windows Shift S. And I'm going to save this as 5 sphere revolve. New design, and I'm going to create a cube. It looks like it's 2 by 2. And I'm going to extrude that cube 2 inches. So next I'm going to create a sketch right on the top surface. And here's a neat trick to make sure it's in the center. If you just drag your mouse over the corner till you get to that midpoint and drag it down, you can actually, it'll snap into place right on the midpoint, or right in the direct middle. Alright, that's 1 inch. I'm going to use the line tool to cut this in half. I'm going to take my scissors and cut that up. So the next step is I'm going to use the Revolve tool. This is my profile, and my axis is going to be that spot right there. So if I have the word join happen, then it has this bubble on top. I want the word cut. But the thing is, I don't want to cut into the air. I only want to cut half of the shape out. So there we go. And okay. So now I have this shape that's got a hole cut out from it. And I believe this is the last tutorial I've got for you. So take a screenshot. Save this as 6 cube with hemisphere. Cut. Okay, now you're on to number 7, no directions. You have to make a spinning top by drawing the outline of a top and revolving it around and paste it in there. I know this was long, but I hope you were able to follow along.